Good morning. Hold up. We're doing a couple things. I think I got it. Now turn up my volume. I think my volume. Can you guys hear me? Everybody here? Kevin's got me two
Yes.
thumbs. Kevin! I got two Kevins. I got one in California, one in Delaware. Robin! She's got the Key West taken care of. We buckle up, everybody, because we got something coming to you this morning that I'm very, very excited about. I am Facebook Live. Good morning to you, Facebook Live. My Facebook Live peeps. Good morning to you all. Good morning to you. Put good morning in the chat. Put good morning into the chat. Get your handy dandy pen and pencils together for today because today it's about influencing and how you can become an influencer in your life and others around you. So that's the topic today is law number 2, the law of influence. Before we get started, let's say good morning. Coach Todd Harris is here. Good morning to you, Kat. John Hart, good morning to you. Hopefully everybody. Heather, Maritza, good morning. Kelly, good morning to you. All several of you coming in on the Facebook channel with us this morning. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful weekend. Whew, I did. It was kind of one of those real estate really just kind of took off this weekend. We put like I think 3 properties under contract. Two investment properties went under contract. I had 3 buyers. I'm not the greatest buyer agent, all, but I had 3 buyers reaching out to go look at property. The interest rate, they don't care about the interest rate anymore. They're finally done with the interest rate. Chastity, good morning, Chastity. Good to see you. So, good morning. What was that, Latrice? Did I just see Latrice on there? Good morning, Latrice. Good morning. Good morning to you all. So, let me go to my notes here. Got my notes. Where are you, Kevin? Where are you, Kevin Jones? I got my notes here ready to rock and roll to you guys. Guys, if you want to watch the show again, if you're missing anything, maybe you want to send this to somebody. Maybe like, hey, here was a really good topic. I yesterday, one of our neighbors, like literally, um, confidentiality purposes. How do I want to say this? I went yesterday and I bought him the book. Let them. And literally, it's amazing to me, Alicia, how fast Amazon works. I spoke to the guy like in the afternoon, Jackie, and then I was like, I'm going to get him this book. He's going through a challenging time. And like, so he's an early riser too. So I scared the shit out of him this morning at about, I don't know, 5:20 when we're both getting out of the house. And I was like, hey, here's that book I wanted to give you. He's like, really? You really got this? Like, did you already read it? I said, I'm reading through it. I said, he goes, well, don't you need it to read it? Like, it's funny how the concept goes. Like, well, don't you need that book to finish reading? I bought you another book. Oh, well, here, I'll give you money. And at that moment, I recognized that he's not used to getting gifts. He's not used to that and wasn't too sure how to absorb that. And before I can even begin my day, before the sun rises, I felt that I was already helping somebody at a level that maybe he wasn't expecting because he's not a reader, he said. But he said to me, he goes, I'm going to start reading this tonight. Thank you. Who can you influence today? And that's what we're going to talk about, influencing, because it's adding value to people, adding value to people. And before we get into it, I'm so excited. We finally got it together. And I was like trying to figure out when's the best time for me to be able to present this, not present it, but I mean, we've been already putting it out there. But I want to put in because we're going to be adding value later this summer. And Renz, who's my videographer editor, finally got our video to exactly where I wanted because I'm the most annoying person in the world when it comes time for editing. If I say, hey, do you think you'd like to like edit for me? Just run away. Just be like, don't want to do it with me because I'm terrible at it. I always want so many different changes. But I finally got it to exactly where I wanted it to be. So Jay, it's about a minute all. But this is, I'm very turn up. I just turn this thing up. Turn your volume up when you listen. I love the music. Robin, you should know this place very well. Here's
Yay,
where it is
yay, the
in
Pier
July.
House.
Hey, hit it.
Key West, come to Rob's event. It's gonna be awesome. Hey guys, you need to come back here to Key West.
Love it. I just love it. I love it.
That
I
was
love it.
awesome. That was
Shout out,
totally awesome.
shout out to you, Robin and Captain, because Captain took
There you
me
go.
on his boat. Robin shared with me all the places when I went down there. And it was a little unique sometimes, me taking that little scooter. Guys, that is self-produced right there, meaning like I did the content. I am the furthest content
Wow.
person you can imagine. But I was like taking the scooter at night and like zooming down the Duval streets, holding my
Yes, he
camera,
did.
trying I was like,
Witness talking to
yeah,
all those drunk people. Also, the house that you stayed at is now under contract, by the way, 1.5 million.
nice, Robin. I love it. I love it. Guys, if you want to be there, Robin and I, when we went out, we told every single person, we said, this is an experience. This is something most people have Key West on their bucket list. Some of you haven't been to Key West in a long period of time. Every single place we went to, I said, I want to create an experience and I want it from the food to the music to the lifestyle. We even got somebody, I'm gonna let the secret out. I'm gonna let the secret out. Robin did a phenomenal job connecting me, but we even got somebody who actually was one of the majority owners of Key West, him and his family back in the day. And they're going to talk about the history of Key West. They're going to talk about the history of everything that is taking place. We have an amazing panel Friday morning of every one of them was on like one of these island TV shows. Really, really excited to be able to get some the OGs of Key West. So if you're able to be down there, take a look at those tickets because how can I share the video? Jay will put all this stuff. It's also on my YouTube channel and on our Facebook group. Everything is on there. The tickets, the videos. Hats off to my team. They've done a really phenomenal job because I've been annoying as hell on how I wanted everything to look. But everything's in the link and join our Facebook and YouTube channel. So that is my influencing right there, influencing you, adding value to have you come on out and join us in July. So thank you again, Robin. So let's get into today's topic. Let's get into today's show. I don't know what's wrong, but for whatever reason, oh, now I know why. Never mind. I no, maybe I don't know why. Oh, there we go. It's showing me there's like 36 people on here, and there was 36 people, and my Facebook people, and my screen was all messed up because I was like, well, I don't really see everybody, but I had my settings wrong, Michelle. I had my settings wrong. So good morning, everybody. Now I get to see everybody's names there. Makes me excited. All right. Let us get into our affirmation this morning. Let's get into our affirmation. John Hart. D is excited about it. I can tell. I can tell. I was actually listening to a message yesterday, a video. I got to relax a little poolside yesterday for a little bit, and I was listening to a video and it talked about God's working through each and every one of us as a gift. So today's message, I want us to make sure, unmute yourself, unmute yourself. This is my exciting part. Unmute yourself. I love hearing everybody's voices on the count of three. We're going to say it together. Unmute one, two, and three. Something
Something
good
Something
good
good
is
is
going
going
to
going
to
to
happen
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 to
to
me.
to
me.
me.
Something
Something
good
Something
is
good
going
good
is
to
to
going to
happen
happen
through
happen through
me.
through
me.
me. All right, all right. If I was really cool, my Facebook people that are on here, I would like had you come to my screen and everything else, but we'll deal with that another time. But thank you all the Facebook people that are on here and all your comments. So I'm going to ask you. Let's see what I put. One, two, three. I have four questions I'm going to ask you. Four questions I'm going to ask you this morning, and then I'm going to be sharing with you seven characteristics of influence. Okay. And I'm going to be relating it to life as well as into real estate and how it works and how this concept of what I'm doing on my 21 laws of real estate that I created using the 21 laws of leadership of influence I am sharing it with you each and every week. So for those of you following along, this is a series. And so I'm going to be sharing it with you each and every week on different topics. And today's law is number 2. And so here are the questions I'm going to ask you. All right. When I ask you these questions, I just want you to think about it. Okay. Just self absorb if you're driving, just look at the windshield and just absorb yourself. So here it goes. What does a leader look like? What does a leader look like? Number 2, how does one measure an effective leader? How would you measure that? If I went around and asked Coach Todd Harris, like, how would you measure an effective leader? How would you measure an effective leader, Michelle? How does that work? How does that all look? And these are things I want you to think about. Okay. The third question, okay, we're all going to look at each other in the Zoom here, go back and forth, look at the people that are on here. Okay, go to gallery view, check your settings so you can see everybody's names. And if you watch Facebook, what's up, Anthony and Amanda? If we're all sitting in a room and you walked into the room, let's just say classroom, here Zoom, what would the best leader look like? Would you be able to walk into the room and be like, oh, there's the best leader right there? Would you be able to be like, oh, she's sitting over there? Would you be able to do that? So how does the leader stand out? So what does that look like? Like when you think of a leader, what is that visual? And number 4 is self. Do you consider yourself a leader? Do you consider yourself a leader? So when I looked at the law of influence, I first wanted to, is always, I like to study things and I like to absorb it. I was having a conversation yesterday, a little poolside, and they were asking me more thought questions. And it was part of the book, Let Them. And they asked me like, what are you trying to prove? What are you trying to do or whatever? And I can't remember the exact conversation, but I said to them, when I say I study and what I put inside of me, nobody can take it away from me. We were down the path because we were talking about my cars being repossessed, my house foreclosed on, DSFs with my kids, and real fun stuff. And they were we were talking about it. I said, see, people can, no matter, even if they're my children, somebody could try to take them from me. The government, the whoever the haters are, somebody could take them from me. I had a situation happen over the weekend where I had some situations that I'm still dealing with with some lawsuits, I guess best to say. And I did a post and it got twisted. Like, this is crazy. Like, my mom's like, I can't believe people do that to you. I said, yep, mom. Like, my mom coming in all protective. I was gonna say something. Mom, you don't need to say anything. It's like, it's just part of how it is. You're gonna have haters no matter what you do. But I was saying, like, why I'm telling you this with the influencing is, no matter what takes place, nobody can take what's inside my head away. Nobody. My thoughts, my values, my education. And that's why I absorb so much and love to read and understand. So I wanted to really understand the definition of influence. So, Jay, if you could put up influence, I went, of course, to good old Google. And Google says influence is the capacity to have an effect on the character development or behavior of someone or something, or the effect of itself. The influence of the television violence. Okay. Thank you, Jay. John Maxwell says the law of influence, he says, to add value to people. To add value to people. So I would ask you, my question to you all would be, where are you adding value to people? Where are you adding value to people? And some of you might say, well, Brock, I'm just not like that. I don't add value to anywhere. I want you to stop that nonsense first of all. That's just negative thinking. That's just limiting belief. Why I love Rebecca so much is she puts me in my place very quickly, very nicely. But just like why you have a coach, is your brain will go down, and she says you have a I don't want to say severe case, but you have a case of imposter syndrome. You have to work on your imposter syndrome. And where I have a limiting belief that I was just like, well, I don't really think like people are going to follow me. I don't really think I'm really adding anything. I don't really think I'm doing anything different. And Derek Green says it to me several times, but it's you have to work on it. So for anybody who thinks you don't have value to add to people, I want you to stop. I want you to understand that you too could have imposter syndrome. You all have an opportunity, what's up, Debbie, to be able to influence people, good or bad. That's the power we all possess, good or bad. When I was drinking, I could influence you to stay a little bit later. I could influence you to go on this limo ride with me and not know when you're going to come back home. And we'll figure out explaining to the family later. See, I had influence, good or bad. And then God started to put things inside of me and to understand that maybe if I use my gifts in a positive way, in a beneficial way, I could help other people besides the 2 or 3 moments that I had with the people I was with that will forget about it because we drank too much. And so I was able to shift that and pivot. So write that down, pivot. Write down, where can I pivot today? Where are some places that I need to pivot that I've been struggling with pivoting? Maybe there's a conversation that is needed with somebody. What's up, Coach Joe? What happens if there is something that you need to pivot where you can influence people in a different area to help them? So today's 7 characteristics of influence, I want you to write this down. 1 to 10, 1 to 10. You're going to grade yourself on these. You're going to grade yourself on these. Now, Coach, as you know, that there's no such thing as a 1 because that's just a limiting belief. And there's no such thing as a 10 because a 10 means you're perfect and you got it all figured out. Okay? So I haven't met any 10s. If you are a 10, let's talk because I got to figure out how you got there. Now, so I want you to grade yourself to understand what it is that you're where you're at on these that I'm going to talk about. Now, I'm going to give you life and then I'm going to give you real estate and how it works. Okay. The first one, the first level, the first influence is character. Who you are. Who you are as a person. Now, your character sometimes also represents what you got in your room, your environment. That's why they talk about your circle. You know, and I say this nicely, they were at our poolside conversation, it was like Brock's got to a point where I've learned how to filter out all the negative news. I've done it like after going through a lot of things, like I was telling my mom, I was like, Mom, I don't even pay attention to that. Like it doesn't, to be honest with you, I appreciate that they actually took time that morning to write that on there. That was very nice of them. Wow, who would have thought? Like I really thought they extremely hated me. They even took time out of their day to write something. It is how you interpret that. The character of who you are as a person. Could I got easily bent out of shape or you to write a big write up? Can't believe this person would say that. It's a choice. It's a character of who you are. Rate yourself 1 to 10. How are you with yourself? How are you leading by example? Do you have integrity? See, people in real estate world, you get referrals that way. Oh, you need to use this person. They're really good. They portray themselves in this way. They got good quality. They got good skills. Their character. Okay, so what are you putting out there? You putting content, you putting value, you putting positive stuff out there. Number 2, this is a big one. Chad talks about it all the time. It is a huge across the industry. You're going to hear it over and over again. I don't care what business you're in, what sales you're in. This is probably the most important one all. And coach, this one is relationships. Who do you know? Who do you know? right? Who do you know that are relatable? I've had several conversations with some of you on here. Been separated, a divorce, lost everything. Being able to be relatable to share, hey, here was my experiences that I went through to help you, or for you to help me, because sometimes it revisits inside of my health. Like, you know what? I kind of like slacked on that a little bit. What's up, Corey? So the relationships are so very important. And I would ask you all, like literally, I just hired a VA. Well, we not hire, she's been with us, Tony. But I noticed my relationship struggle because I'm doing too many different things, and I hate when people say to me, you're probably too busy. Hey, do you have a minute? I know you're busy. Like, I guess I don't want to portray that I'm that busy that people can't call me. And so we're working. I literally hired her, and I was like, hey, I need you to help build my relationships. Help me engage with people that I need to. Doesn't mean less of my value of a relationship, but it's a weakness that I have that I want to work on. Where is it that you want to work on? Relationships for me are very important. Relationships are important in real estate. Yes or yes? Relationships at your home, relationships with your children, relationship with your spouse. I want you to write this down. Are you working on your relationship with yourself? Many of us forget ourselves. We worry about everybody else. We forget ourselves. Number 3, this is a big one. We talked about it earlier because nobody can take the knowledge. Number 3 is knowledge is what you know. Good morning, Jill. What you know. Reading 10 pages a day. If you want to work out more and understand diet, you're going to go see Train with Kane, who's also going to be at the summit doing workouts on the beach live 6:15 in the morning. You sweat out some of the alcohol. You'll be ready to go. Ready to go. So knowledge, to me, that was my biggest thing. When I lost my license in 2019, I was like, how the hell am I going to still do business? And I had to study. You ever watch the movie Pursuit of Happiness, where he's pounding the phones, didn't go to the bathroom, didn't drink water because he had to pound the phones? Like, that was the moment I was in where I had to study the disc. I had to study the 6 geniuses. I had to study love languages. I had to understand tonality through a phone to convert at a higher level so I can do my sales. So knowledge of is so, like you might have heard, knowledge is power. What do you know? And nobody can take that away from you. Good morning, Jennifer. Number 4, intuition, also known as your gut. Intuition. This is one of the hardest ones because someone would be like, I don't really have true gut feelings. I don't really know. But your intuition is so very important. What does your gut feel? I don't know about this. In real estate, it might be like, you know what? This doesn't feel right. And what I've noticed or what I've learned in my experiences it's good to share it with your client. My gut tells me this. I just want you to understand. My gut tells me that there might be something else. Let's go explore this. Let's go look at this. Okay. My gut feeling. How many of you have a gut feeling? How many of you had a gut feeling and you're like, damn, I should have went on it. And most of the time it's a gift that God gave you, your intuition, to be able to help you in circumstances that just don't make sense. When I'm pricing property and people are like, Brock, that seems a little overpriced, I'm not too sure. I say, my gut tells me that there's no inventory. There's going to be somebody out there. I just feel it. One of my best testimonials, I was $300,000 overpriced over everybody else that came in there to interview, and I sold it for 1.5. It wasn't until a year later that the client called me up. She goes, I just wanted to tell this to you, that we actually, because it was a family member, we actually interviewed other people. I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, you were the only one that was at 1.5. Everybody else was like at 1.2 and change. Like, what made you say 1.5? She's like, I just always wanted to ask. And we got a 1.5 cash offer from a NASCAR client in Vegas. It was a gut. Guess what? They love me. Made them a lot of money. You got to go in your gut sometimes. Number 5, experience. Experience. Where have you been? How would you grade yourself? Where have you been? People say, Brock, how did you become a life coach? What did you do? What classes? I went through shit. It's called life. That's my class. Life. A lot of things. I got a resume deeper than most people would want to have. Things that I don't even wish on those people that write nice little hate notes. I don't even wish it upon them. It's not fun. It's stressful. You know, my ex-wife, she's like, it's like you've aged. You aged a lot compared to me. And I was just like, yeah, you did this to me. Like, this was, and I don't say that because that's not very nice because there's two sides to everything. But kind of like I'm winking a little bit. So experiences, what experiences that you have that you can share to other people to be relatable to help somebody today in some capacity. Number 6 is past successes. 6 is past successes. What you have done, good or bad. Good or bad. If it's been bad and if you have issues, do an etch a sketch all. We all know that. We're all around this age. Etch a sketch it. Frickin' shake the thing and start clear. Start brand new again. It is fine. I was listening to a message today on the devotion, like God doesn't care. He forgives your path. Start fresh. Number 7 is your ability. What you can do. Where's my boy Jada? Jada, Paul, and Chad. Where the hell are you guys? They're probably already in the car. I got to get in my car right away. We're actually going golfing. I'm excited with those guys today. What can you do? What does that look like? What is your ability? Jada was bitching about something the other day, and that's when I told him, he might have heard my story when I was working with him. He's like, listen, man, stop feeling sorry for yourself. Go to the closest hospital. Ask them where the triage floor is for cancer survivors and cancer patients, and go walk through that. I'll give you a little perspective of where the hell what you're bitching about. It's nothing. Somebody else has it far worse than any one of us on here in any capacity. Just hoping to be able to walk today. Maybe get a clear test. You don't know. So in conclusion, we have the 7 that we have. Let me go to my notes here. Character, who you are. Relationships, who you know. Knowledge, what you know. Intuition, what you feel. Experience, what you've been. Success, what you've done. And your ability and what you can do. Nothing drives me more insane when people say I don't have any money and they're real estate agents. Did you door knock? Did you call FSBOs today? Did you call expireds today? Did you go find anything that's for sale, just listed, and go drive around that neighborhood, put out flyers? Did you call your past clients? Did you ask for character references? Don't BS me. You all have the ability to do whatever it is that you need. It's just how badly do you want it? And anything you do. I didn't want to run today at all. My knees hurt, my plantar fasciitis, for whatever reason, decided to go from my left foot to my right foot. And we're having a little conversation with my right ankle. But I still went for my run today. Why? Is because it's important. I have the ability to do that. Even though it's painful, I'm still here today. Guys, I know today was I don't know, sometimes I like to be all like silly and fun. Today was more serious, maybe to some aspect, but I want you to influence other people today. I want you to write it down. Part of my 7 laws of influence, there's 5 tactics for each one. If you want my workbook about this, there's 105 strategies for real estate agents. Each day is broken down. Put it together myself. If you want that, put workbook in there. But I want you, for those of you who really want to grow your mindset, I'm going to challenge you to reach out to 3 people today. 3 people today on who you can influence and add value to. Just ask them how they're doing. The rest of the conversation will take care of itself. I promise. You know, it's funny. A lot of times I put this out here, Christy, and I do that. And I only get like 1 or 2 people, who call me or reach out to me. So don't feel you can't call me and help me and influence me and add value to me. So I encourage you, send me a text, give me a call. I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you. I'm so excited to be going golfing with Jada, Chad, and Paul. That's really fun. The weather is beautiful. I'm excited about that relationships to be able to have conversations with these guys. So reach out to people. There's plenty of people on the Facebook and YouTube as well. So guys, it is 8:47. 8:47. I gotta get rocking and rolling. If you got something out today, put a 5 in the chat. Put a 5 in the chat. For those of you, join our Facebook group. Click the links below. Click the links in the chat. Join Brock Zevan's Mindset Motivational Coaching Facebook page. It's got all our links. Come to the Success Summit. Listen to that music again. Watch that video. Come train with Kane down in Key West. We got Rebecca's going to be there. Derek's going to be there. Chad's going to be there. We got many speakers who are going to be there. I think now I have like 11 or 12 speakers. So it is going to be packed full. It's amazing. I got the same book room discount off from Tuesday to Sunday. So you get to pay the same price Tuesday to Sunday if you want to make it a vacation with your kids. I asked them, I said, listen, they're not going to want to be here for a day and a half. They want to be here. I need more of a block. They're like, fine, we'll get it taken care of. Lady was phenomenal. So plan a vacation from it. Come see us down in Key West in July 16th, 17th, and 18th. Guys, our main man, Mr. Chad Free, will be with us tomorrow. God bless you all. We'll see you guys later. See ya.